Hey guys, yesterday I thought I'd ask all of you to send me a question, ask me anything. Could be a spoonie question or just a personal question, whatever. So I thought I'd make a video out of it. I did have a couple from Snapchat, but I lost them. Alright, this one she asks, how old are you and where do you live? I am 27 and I live in Wisconsin. This one is from It's Miss Sarah. I find doing certain things in the house can put me in bed for days. Scrubbing the bathtub, mopping floors, vacuuming. Besides getting a cleaning lady, lol. How do you handle your housework without having to do the recovery? Sarah, that is, to be completely honest with you, I'm always trying to manage my body, spoons, and time every day. But I am noticing, always set timer for yourself. Like 15 minutes. It might sound absolutely ridiculous, but it does help. You know, sit, relax, do your thing, do your morning routine, and then set 15 minutes on a timer, on your kitchen timer, or on your phone or something, or just watch the clock. And just tell yourself, I got 15 minutes to go do this, whatever, and once that 15 minutes is up, then I need to sit. You know, maybe 10 minutes, or whatever you think you could do. Just don't overdo it. I know that's a lot easier said than done. What I try to do is set one project a day. No more than that, because I tell you what, when I get writing my to-do list, it'll be this long, and then I get so discouraged to see what little I got done. Even if it's something like going through papers. You know how we all have a big stack of papers. Another day a goal can be half of the pantry, and then the next day the rest of it. Because I know some of those pantries can be big. Just try to put that one thing in your head and focus on that one thing. My girl Katie, what do you do, talk about with your husband to make him understand that you're sick? How do you handle being sick and married with kids? And do you ever fight when you want to do things because you're sick? And if so, how do you resolve the fights? Okay, first, what do I talk about with your husband to make him understand you're sick? Well, see, I've been with Nate since I just turned 14. We were dating. We started dating when I was 14. So he was actually with me before I became chronically ill. So he kind of, I don't know if you would say witnessed me getting sick. It's still, he needs those constant reminders, but you know, it's understandable. We have gotten in quite a few squabbles. I mean, we've been together for 13 years, and over the years we've had to learn to compromise. Like he's one to be out and about all the time, and I'm more obviously a homebody. But you know, I think I was always kind of a homebody, but I did get out a lot more than I do now. You know, there's been a few times where he pushed and just kept saying, well, you need to get out, you need to get out, you need to get out, we'll have fun, we'll do this, we'll do that, it'll be worth it. So I just throw my hands up and be like, okay, you know, and then he would see what the end results were. Like I had a really bad flare-up at a friend's house that was so embarrassing. But anyways, I think since then he's kind of seen what I mean. So we compromise on what it is, and it's nice when he'll plan with me. Like, we'll do this, but you don't have to do that part, and it all depends on what it is exactly. How do you handle being sick and married with kids? To be honest with you, Katie, I'm winging it. Every day we are winging it. Although it's a lot of work, they also keep me striving too, you know. If it wasn't for my family, I'd probably be in bed a lot more. Although it makes the chronic illness a lot harder, it seems, for me, but in ways it makes it better too. The whole thing is to work as a team, to help each other out when we can. As long as at the end of the day we know we have each other, then it's a good day. Do you ever fight when you want to do things because you're sick? And if so, how do you resolve the fights? Yeah, like after the fights, that's when I would say, look, Nate, like, when I tell you I hurt, I'm not lying, you know. Like I said, I know it's difficult for people that don't feel it to understand, but what matters is that he tries to understand, because I know not everyone is that lucky and have a husband that understands or wants to even understand. So, for the most part, he definitely tries to understand. I've sat down and I've talked to him and told him exactly how I feel, and at times, a lot of times I would just lie and just play along with it, like, oh, I can handle this, I'm not gonna tell him I'm hurting too much, and then hell comes, you know, it just comes back to me and bites me in my ass. Be completely honest Don't tell them you're game when you're really not. It's really hard when your mind and your heart wants to go do all this and that, but your body has a totally different game plan. I think sitting down and talking with one another, planning before going off to do whatever really helps, Katie. So Stevie Miller, I don't know if you guys watch her channel. She's funny. I have a blast watching her and her mom and her stepmom. So I'll link her channel below if you want to go check it out. You should. She posted, "When did you become so fabulous?" Girl Danny, if you've been watching me, you know Danny. And just in case you're new to my channel, she is another YouTuber, and her and I are like best YouTube buddies ever. What are the little things in life that make you happy when you're having a bad day besides your kids and husband? What can turn your mood around? Love you, pretty lady. Love you too, Danny. Man, that's hard, because a lot of times I think about the stuff that I do have, because often I think we get wrapped around the stuff that we don't have. Listening to music can really turn my mood around. You know, and if you know me, AC/DC, classic rock is my happy music, but I like all sorts. It just depends on the kind of mood I'm in. It could range from heavy metal to the oldies. Yeah, this could tie into a few things. Depression, like that can be a battle. And I'm learning that, and please believe me when I say this, when you feel you're in that dark spot and you're feeling the least to put makeup on, put the makeup on. When you're feeling the least of going outside, go outside. Go for a 5-minute walk, whatever you don't feel like doing, like the least bit doing, do it, because you will feel better. It's like when you start feeling disconnected like that, go do it. You don't feel like dancing, dance in your chair, who cares? Turn up the music and start dancing. Whatever you feel least bit like doing, go do it. And I promise you'll feel better. I used to draw, and I used to write. Even sitting down and reading a few scriptures would help me feel better. Another big thing is going on my channel, making my videos, having that connection with you guys. Like Danny, we've talked, I don't know how many times when I was feeling my worst, and just chatting with you and being reminded I'm not alone really makes me feel better. And reading your guys' comments on my videos, don't get me wrong, I get some hateful ones on there, make me feel good. So there's a few things. Savannah, Chronically Beautiful, she put, oh, she's got a channel too. How do you cope with people who make comments such as, "You don't look sick, have you tried this? What, have you tried this, that, or the other? Have you tried going to bed earlier? Have you taken meds, pain meds, act all those things us spoonies hate hearing it. Those same people continue to make those comments." I actually made a video about that. I don't know if you've seen that one, Savannah, but I did make a video just for that. I'll link it below. It's my Fibromyalgia You Don't Look Sick rant video. Oh, Gracie's here. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Some people really close to you are not going to get it. They're just not. I mean, you could try give them some info, you could try bringing them to the doctor with you, you know, have a heart-to-heart, but some people are just not going to get it, and, you know, it's not worth hurting yourself over. One of Lottie's messages were deleted, but she had asked, I think she asked what I do about hate comments. She's a sweetheart, you should go check her out, that accent. They're alright. If they're more just opinions, I'll leave them, which, you know, everyone's right to their opinion. But, you know, when I get really mean comments like to go kill myself, or, you know, some wicked stuff like that, I just delete them. The ones that would really affect me would be people that mean a lot to me. If they say something, it'll hurt me, or if it's something I'm real strong, passionate about, it'll bother me more, but it's gotta let it roll off your back, because at the end of the day, it's not their thoughts that matter, it's yours. Katie Cupcake, she asks, how do you stay positive when in pain, and what's your daily makeup routine? First of all, a makeup routine, you'd probably laugh if you've seen my makeup routine, because it is so ghetto. But seriously, if I was asked to do my makeup routine, you guys would probably be rolling on the floor laughing, because I am so ghetto on how I do it. But thank you, I'll take that as a compliment. But how do you stay positive when in pain? I'm not always positive. Sometimes I get, you know, the pain just gets to be so much. I mean, we're only human. Sometimes we have a right to feel pissed off. I just do my best not to make it come off on those that are around me, because that's, you know, they shouldn't be punished for it either. But I try to, you know, like Danny asked, I'll listen to music, I'll try to read something inspirational, I'll look up some videos, I'll talk to my spoonies. My spoonie family on YouTube has been a big lifesaver. I have some really close spoonie friends on here. I'll talk to mom because mom has fibromyalgia and MS. And I remind myself what I do have. Might be in a lot of pain. I might want to cut my legs off, but you know what? I do have my limbs. I do have a lot to be happy for. I've also made a video on how to stay positive. It's a video made just for that. So if you want to see that, I'll link that below too. But yeah, I think that's it, you guys. And thank you so much to those that have asked me questions. Yeah, let me know if you guys want to do a part 2. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Then you'll be notified when I do have a new video coming up. I missed one. I'm sorry, Emma. Emma is a sweetheart. Hi, Emma. She follows me on Instagram and watches my videos. She's a true spoonie family. And she asked me, did you have fibromyalgia when you were in school? If so, any tips? The first time I actually went in to see a doctor with the fibromyalgia was, I was 18 and I was working 2 jobs. I was really sick as a kid, but I don't know if that was linked with the fibro at the time or the autoimmune disease. I have some autoimmune disease that they think it's lupus, but we're not so sure yet. The best thing I would tell you is to listen to your body and don't get. I wish there was answers that we had for fibro and how to live with the chronic pain and all the symptoms that go along with it. Who are your favorite YouTubers, or do you only make videos? Emma. As a YouTuber, that's probably something I'm very naughty at. I do watch a lot of YouTubers, and like I like my spoonie family, those that watch me. I like for them to keep updated on my videos, and I know that's how all YouTubers feel. So I try to keep up on all their vlogs. I have so many. Definitely check Danny out. I think I have 2 other videos where I share a bunch of YouTubers, and I even grown some new ones into the Max Smart Mom 1981, the Bells Plus one, the Love Walk. If I can think of it, I'll link them below too. Go check out those other videos that I made, and you'll see. I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice. I like all sorts of personalities. I like all sorts of different kind of people. You should definitely check those out. How do you manage a flare-up and look after your kids? How do you explain fibromyalgia to people? Now, if you're talking about like the worst kind of flare-ups, I'm still trying to figure that out. The kind of flare-ups where you can't move, all you can do is cry. That's pretty much it. And I get angry. And I usually hide away, but I am trying to learn from that. Looking after the kids can be really hard. I don't have much for sitters. Like Nathan's mom has really bad arthritis in her knees. My mom has MS and fibro. She'll watch Gracie, but Xander's the hard one because, you know, he's only 2. That's a lot of work. And my father, a few months ago, was diagnosed with leukemia, so he's not feeling his greatest either. So I really don't have any sitter. Definitely would like to get one eventually. You know, maybe just days that need breaks and stuff. But, you know, we just work together and do what we can with what we got. Alright, you guys, Xander's calling me. For all the spoonies watching, thank you, and I hope that you found some of my answers helpful. I hope they help in some kind of way. Thanks a bunch for watching. I really appreciate it. Have an awesome day.